guys.
Hi guys.
Well, say welcome to my channel. Well, that's not a welcome. Come on, say hi guys.
Hi guys.
Say welcome to Mommy's channel.
I'm on your channel.
Say don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below.
Okay,
See you in the next one, guys.
see you later, guys.
Bye. Today, guys, I'm reviewing Iyanla Fix My Life, season 6, episode 2, and this episode was called "And the Lie Detector Says." Now, before we even get started, if you hear stuff in the background, that's right, the ABC song. I have a 3-year-old who's singing the ABC song. We're going to let him be great. Then I have my nephew in the other room who's playing the game online. So you may hear some other things. But I'm just going to sip my tea. And we're going to get into this review. Okay, so the episode starts out with, of course, you know, Iyanla meeting the individuals who she will be fixing their lives on. Now, I will say this. I had to drop my pen because before the episode even gets started, that mama, Miss Evonne, and her energy, it's exuding bitter baby mama. And what I mean by that is, you ever know somebody who's so butthurt that they didn't work out with their child's father or their child's mother, that their life's mission then becomes to make that person's life a living hell going forward? That's how she is. Let me see. Oh, cutesy, rootsy, toesy, woesies. You okay? Kiss. Let me see. You okay? Go be great. Go be great. There you go. Go be great. Okay, y'all. So, the mom, like I said, her energy, just from when the episode opened up, I've seen it before. I've witnessed it before. I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. I've suppressed it before. As y'all know, I do have my own child, and I can recall, even if it was for a split second, me trying to justify, if he don't want to be with me, I'm gonna do blah 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 blah. It hurts nobody but the child, and as a result of it, I say my son is 4. For the first 6 months of his life, I was like that. And then guess what I did? I built myself a bridge and I got the fuck over it, because the only person you hurting is your child when you have that mentality. But this ain't about me. It's about y'all. So let's get into the rest of it. The episode opens up, we're introduced to the mom, Miss Evonne, the daughters, Whitney, Brittany, and Nicole, and then the dad, Monzel. Now, the mom, Evonne, basically accused the father, Monzel, of molesting his 3 daughters when they were younger. And we learned that from the mom, and this is her words, she let, I want to say it was Whitney, she let Whitney go with her dad one day, and Whitney, when he brought Whitney back, she was trying to get her ready for Bible study or church or something, and she went to change the little girl clothes, and then she found what she discovered to be blood in the little girl's underwear. Now, she said she called the police and they arrested the dad and everything like that, but charges were never filed. And so this whole time I was like, well, why would, if there are signs of abuse, why were charges never filed? But we gonna get into that. So then, because Evonne, Whitney, and Brittany was the first 3 there. And then Monzel, the dad, and the other daughter, Nicole, walk in. And as soon as Nicole walks in, she speaks to everybody. Whitney and Nicole just automatically start clashing. Whitney says her energy, her vibe, it's a disturbed spirit in the room and everything like that. And we learned that Whitney and Nicole actually had a physical altercation 2 years ago when Whitney had her son on her hip. And she's more upset with her sister because instead of her sister saying, put your baby down and square up, she just attacked her. Now, I get that on two sides. One, if I got beef with a bitch, I'm not waiting for you to put nothing down to square the fuck up, bitch. You see this argument is getting heated. You see I'm charging at you, square the fuck up. Like your first thought should be to put I don't even understand why you were arguing with a child in your hands, first off, because that's something I would never do. Secondly, I get it from Whitney's standpoint because it's like, bitch, of all bitches to fight, you my sister. The most concern you were supposed to be was about my child, which I don't understand how she was supposed to have more concern for your child's well-being than you were, but that's neither here nor there. Like I said, I get it on both sides. Me and my sister ain't never got into a physical altercation. We never will, and I know people say never, but I ain't the type that'll try my sister like that. I told y'all in the video before, it ain't that I'm scared of my sister. It ain't that I feel like, oh, she could just beat a bitch ass. It's just that I have so much respect for my sister. If she right about something, if she wrong about something and I'm right, I ain't even about to argue with you. I'm gonna just let you be wrong. Because eventually with my sister, she comes around, she be like, you know what, bitch? I was wrong about that. But because she has taken on such a motherly role for me and my siblings, I would never challenge my sister with anything. And I said, I'm more, this is how much respect I have for my sister. I'm more prone to tell my sister something that's concerning and that I feel, if I don't tell somebody, I'm going to just burst, than I will my mom. And my mom, I'm 27, and it's nothing that my mom could do now, but if I was pregnant now, the first person I would tell is my sister. I'm not going to tell my mom. That's just because my sister has always treated us with that sweet, kind, nurturing, open door policy. I think last time I told my mom I was pregnant, she damn near had a nervous breakdown and cried. And I only got one child, so we see how that went. But I don't understand how you can argue and beef with your sister. Like, I guess that's where we had a disconnect. But moving on. So, again, when they walk through the door or whatever, they talking about how basically Nicole and Whitney had this toxic relationship. And it's because Nicole believes the dad did not molest them, while the girls are unsure of what to believe, while Whitney and Brittany are unsure of what to believe because they were so young. When it happened, all they could go off is their mom. And I get it. You thinking like, well, why would my mom lie to me about stuff? But I told y'all, it's something in that mama's spirit that's just, it's toxic. That mama, I don't know who or what hurt that mama, but it's reflecting in her kids and how she raised her kids. So, Iyanla lets them disperse and she pulls Nicole to the side first because Nicole must have been the one that wrote her. Even though the video they showed us was the mom saying that if a lie detector test can be administered, then her family need one. So, what you want? Yeah, Iyanla sit down with Nicole and she trying to get to the bottom of what's going on with Nicole. And Nicole is like, she can remember at a young age when her mom basically tried to coerce them into going into the judge's chambers. And she was like, if you don't say that your daddy molested you, then you not coming home with me or whatever like that. And Nicole told her, she was like, well, I'm not going to tell the judge that because that's not what happened. And I'm going to also tell them that you tried to get me to lie in her about my father or what have you. So then she says that after everything happened between, the judge, then next thing you know, a week later, she was shipped off to foster care while her sisters, Whitney and Brittany, got to stay with their mom. And it was very telling how because she didn't refer to her mother as my mom or my mommy or my mother. She said, Evonne is my carrier. She's just the person that carried me. And what broke my heart is when she started reciting all the things that her mom like used to tell her and stuff about herself. And basically her mom used to tell her all the time she wished she would have aborted her. Her mother isolated her from her dad and her sisters, so she like pit her sisters Whitney and Brittany against her by like telling Whitney, well, when you was a baby, Nicole tried to bust your head, and when you was a baby, she just used to always hit you and stuff. And to create that divide between them, so they never liked each other. And we learned that that Miss Evonne had got pregnant by somebody else while she was with Manziel, I believe. And the gentleman that she told, he was married and he was in a relationship, and he told her, well, don't tell nobody. And she was basically like, well, I can't keep this secret, or whatever. And that's how Nicole became about. But from the moment she got pregnant with Nicole, she never wanted her. And Miss Iyanla was like, well, can you imagine, like, if that's how you felt? Later on in the episode, she asked her mom, if that's how you felt when you were pregnant with her, don't you think she felt those emotions while in utero in your womb? And it was so heartbreaking, y'all, because that mama, like, y'all, I kid y'all not, I've gotten the goosies. Y'all see the goosies? Because that mama is evil on her spirit, and I could tell that she lying, because when you've been molested or when something has happened to you that detrimental, you don't forget. I don't care if you were 2, I don't care if you were 22, I don't care if you were 42. When something happens to your body that's not a natural experience, that is not wanted by you, when somebody violates you to a magnitude, you do not forget. And because these girls, not only do they not remember, but all they can base their feelings towards their father on is based off of what the fuck their mama told them. That bitch is evil, she's nasty, and I know it's a part 2, but she made my fucking skin crawl. We learned that, we also learned that when Nicole was talking to Miss Iyanla, that the mother told Nicole's best friend that Nicole was being raped by her father, and that her daughter that she was carrying was not her child's father's, but it was her dad's, and that she was being raped and she liked it. And Miss Iyanla was like, what kind of mother would say something? Like, what kind of disturbed person would say something like that? Y'all, that mama's energy is so toxic. Oh. And after Miss Iyanla like kind of breaks the mask that Nicole is wearing, which basically her mama had her put up this front like everything's all good when it's not. She then tries to get her sisters, Whitney and Nicole, to talk to each other. And when she tries to get Whitney and Nicole to talk to each other, out of nowhere, we see Nicole going from being the victim to being the aggressor, and she just starts attacking Whitney. And it was so much, like, verbal disagreement exchange, I couldn't really make out. All I could do was remember when Iyanla walked to the back of Nicole and she was hugging Nicole. She was like, tell your sister you miss her. She's like, but I don't miss her. And she's like, well, tell her you love her. And she's like, I love you, I love her. And Iyanla switches and gets behind Whitney and is like, now be receptive of it. And her sister said, I don't believe that you love me because of how you treated me. I don't believe you love me because if you love me, you wouldn't have swung on me with my child in my arms. You wouldn't even raise your fist to fight me. That's not love. And I accept what I allow into my circle. I don't want you in my circle. I don't have to do this. And next thing you know, they just start going back and forth. And to the point, y'all, it looked like they was about to come to blows, honey. Blows. Honey, and Miss Iyanla had tell Nicole, you as a black woman and as a mother of 5 children will not get on my platform on national television and think that your ass is about to go toe to toe with your sister. You get your ass up that street and you stay up the street. But Nicole was not listening, and it's almost like Nicole transformed into like this monster. Like, in one way with Iyanla, she was like very, you could tell, like, and it's always, they never believe in me and everything I say is a lie and I'm the black sheep and blah, blah, blah. But then you could tell that she been, almost like she been attacked so much by her sisters for siding with her father. Then when she get around them, it's automatically like go time. Like, bitch, yeah, what? I'll whoop your ass. And it's just like, you can see the effects that their mama had on them daughters. And then when it's Iyanla finally talked to Nicole, she's like, who was that out there? What was that out there? And she's like, she poked the bear. That's her poking the bear. She said, no, baby, you was the antagonizer. You started on her. She didn't start on you. And she was like, when I asked you again, because Iyanla had asked her earlier, what did your mother teach you to be as a mother? And Nicole said, she taught me everything not to be. And then when he flash forward to when her and her sister get into it, and Iyanla asked her again, she said, so when I asked you what kind of mother, who mothered you, who taught you how to mother, she's like, I don't need nobody to teach me how to mother. My kid's good. She said, and as long as you have that mentality, you prove it to me that you're exactly the mother that you despise. You are your mother's child. And y'all, I was just like, whoa. Then I had to put my notebook up, 'cause, honey, I didn't even finish taking notes on the episode because it was so good that I just couldn't jot everything down at once. So then I believe we flashed over to Whitney, and Whitney gives her side of it, how basically she don't remember nothing. She just remember what her mother told her. And we are later in the episode introduced to the father, Monzel. And Monzel is basically gives us a totally different story than what the mother gave. Now, when the mother was on, when Iyanla sat down with the mom was basically said how she found blood in her underwear trying to get her ready for church, and she had to call the police and all of this. Now, Miss Iyanla, baby, Miss Iyanla was like, when I hear stories that are this chaotic, I have to do what the young people say, and I have to get the receipts. She want the receipts, girl. She want the receipts. So Iyanla was like, and this is all public information. So none of this is concocted. I didn't have to go into no sealed records or nothing. But on the night that you saying that Whitney was molested, not only did they do a rape kit on your daughter, but they tested the underwear that she had on. And they learned that in the seat of those underwear wasn't, in fact, any type of semen, DNA, or blood or anything. It was red popsicle juice. And they ran the test multiple times and it still came back red popsicle juice. They also concluded that none of the kids had ever been abused. There was no sign of sexual misconduct. Were you aware of this? And the mother was like, yes. And she said, so if the doctor said it and then the judge said it, how do you still come up with your conclusion of this man molested his daughters? And she says, well, because the panties that she had on when I took her to the hospital were not the same panties they produced as evidence. These were new panties, and they went from having blood in it to popsicle juice. And Iyanla is doing this. She was just like, wow. And I'm telling y'all, you ever had somebody who lies so much, who lies so much and so strong, that eventually they start believing the lie that they telling, and they start believing the lie so much that they think they start to confuse the lie with the truth? That's Miss Evonne. Because, honey, if the doctor said it wasn't, the judge said it wasn't, And the court said they wasn't. And you still concluded in your brain that he did touch them. That's what you wanted him to do. That's what you wish was the issue. And then my whole thing is, because we later find out that that happened when Whitney was 3, but then when Whitney was 12, she sent her to go live with her father. And if I believe that anybody harmed my child, why would I send them back off with the person that's supposedly the abuser? And Iyanla asked her, she was like, so why would you then in turn send that girl back with her father? She was like, because I felt that at teenagers they could start protecting themselves. Girl, I don't even need no fucking part 2 to see that bitch is lying. And let me tell you something. It's a special place in hell for people like that who sit up. It's real women in this world who get abused day in and day out. It's real children in this world who get abused day in and day out. And for you to conjure up such a bold lie that you created a divide, not only between daughter and father, relationships between your kids and they father, but now you're about to create a wedge between you and your daughters. Like, do you not understand that? Let me tell you something. I could say bitches who sit up there and take shit like that and try to, because you know how the system works against African American males. They want to incarcerate us. They want to put us behind bars for shit that we didn't do. Bitches who do shit like that, it's a special place in hell for you, and it's a special reserved seat in hell for you, and bitch, you going with gasoline draws on. Because for you to sit up there and coerce your fucking children, to sit up here and say that their father touched him, knowing damn well they didn't, all because he did something to you that you despite, that you spy, so you know the way to get back to him is through his fucking girls. Bitch, ain't nothing coming for you. Ain't nothing. And after this, you better hope the way that social media work, they don't fucking blast your ass, because it's bitches that'll pop them to your house. Wherever you stay, somebody knows somebody that knows somebody that knows you. That mama is trifling. That mama is trifling. The last thing, throw this in the trash. Thank you. The last thing is them meeting up with Iyanla to go over the lie detector test results. And as y'all can see, by the time lapse in my teeth, did we know that bitch is lying?
Ma.
I don't have nothing else to say about it. I'm gonna wait for part 2. Because the worst that could happen to me in this is the daddy did do it. That'll be the worst case scenario. If the dad did molest them. But then what comes second to that? Yes. It's pull-up time. But then comes second to that will be that my mother is a liar. And if I'm thinking about it, if my mom was to sit there and lie to me all my life saying that my dad did something to me that I know he didn't do, and it got to the point where she said it so much till I didn't know what to believe anymore, it would create a strain in our relationship. Something like that similar happened to the current relationship I'm in now. And that's why I know what it's like firsthand when you can witness it. And when, long story short, basically the mama was physically abusing the child to lie to the police about being touched by the other parent.
Mom.
Yes. And thank God for the judicial system that we have here in Missouri, because not only were they able to realize that she was lying, but that bitch actually got a federal warrant out on her. So,
Mom.
your lies.
Mom.
Yes. Hold on, y'all. Say bye, guys. Thanks so much for watching. As again, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.